A big thank you for listening to BYU-Idaho Radio. These are your evening headlines for Tuesday, the 28th of January, 2025. I'm Kalen Wills. Boise State's football team is already gearing up for next season. According to EastIdahoNews.com, Markel Bowens, a three-star defensive edge rusher from Highland High School, declared he is committing to play for the Broncos next year. Being just one of 13 Idaho prospects to receive a three-star rating, Bowens hopes to bring his game-wrecking ability to the Boise State pass rush. During his senior season, Bowens had 4.5 sacks and 3.8 tackles per game. The 29th Annual East Idaho Fly Tying and Fly Fishing Expo is coming to the Mountain America Center for 2 action-packed days on the 14th and 15th of February. Dan Smith is the president of the Snake River Cutthroats, the organization in charge of the event.
A lot of different fly fishing vendors that are there. We have a casting pond, so you can try out the newest fly fishing rods. There's also some great demonstrations on our casting pond. We have auctions and raffles going on all the time for great prizes, as well as the fly tyers that are on the main floor that you can just sit down in front of and learn from.
The Snake River Cutthroats use this event as their main fundraiser each year.
We have raffles and a banquet and auctions to raise money to fund those conservation projects that we do.
The Cutthroats are a conservation-minded organization focusing on restoration efforts of Rainy Creek, one of the main tributaries to the south of the Snake River.
So we have installed fish screens on every single canal that comes off from Rainy Creek, the last one being this past fall, and we're pretty proud of that. It's accumulation of, I think, about 20 years of work on that creek.
The 29th Annual East Idaho Fly Tying and Fly Fishing Expo is free to the public.
Show up, walk in, you can walk the floor, you can sit down and watch the tyers and do, like I said, all the free activities.
Some of the paid events include the banquet,
which is Saturday night, requires tickets. You can get those online. As well as Friday night, we show the fly fishing film tour.
A live auction will take place during the banquet. Typically, the last item auctioned off is a drift boat.
Just come on out. It's fun. We've got a great youth area, so bring your kids. They can learn how to tie their first fly. The youth raffles are all free, so the kids can get some neat little prizes. And they seem to, we're always trying to interest the youth to keep the sport alive. So it's a great place to bring them out, and it's fun to watch these kids tie their first fly.
For more information, visit snakerivercutthroats.org. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Kalen Wills. The City of Idaho Falls wants to hear from you. The city has announced it will soon be sending out surveys to random households to learn how the city can improve. The survey will come in the form of a postcard in the mail. The survey will be sent out for a couple of weeks. Questions will cover topics like mobility, utilities, safety, the environment, and the economy. Once completed, the results will be shared with the community in the spring. For more information about the survey, visit idahofallsidaho.gov. For decades, Sugar City and the area known as Salem have lived in harmony, and soon those two cities may become one. The Rexburg Standard-Journal reports that during its most recent City Council meeting, a discussion was held about a possible name change should Salem be fully incorporated into Sugar City. The area of Salem was created from portions of Sugar City in 1904, but parts of Salem have since been annexed into Sugar City. Salem residents have been pushing for annexation for at least the past 4 years. Those recommending the change say the two already share common goals, work together, and plan together, but that any further annexation would require a name change. The leading candidate for the new name is the City of Sugar Salem. The conversation is far from over. Sugar City's next meeting is February 13th at 6:30 p.m. at City Hall. You've been listening to your evening headlines right here on BYU-Idaho Radio. It is January 28th, 2025. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Stitcher. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. Be informed, be inspired, keep on listening to BYU-Idaho Radio.